Humming, gargling, and power moves. Nervous system hacks for bosses, breakups, and big days. What do Eminem, mouthwash, and hostage negotiators have in common? They've all helped people stay calm under pressure. In this episode, I'm handing you the keys to one of your most powerful and underused business, parenting, and dating tools, the vagus nerve. Whether you're prepping for a pitch, grounding your kids, or heading into a first date, hoping they won't say,
I live with my mom and my emotional support snake, Carl.
You'll leave this episode with real tools to regulate your nervous system like a pro. Let's drive in.
Thank you so much for taking the time to listen to my podcast today in the driver's seat with me, Janine Driver.
Are you ready for one of the coolest podcasts on the web? Janine Driver, she's an expert on body language, persuasion, emotional intelligence, decision-making hack. This is In the Driver's Seat with Janine Driver.
What is the vagus nerve and why should you care? The vagus nerve, that's Vegas, not like Las Vegas, is the longest cranial nerve in your body. It runs from your brainstem all the way down to your gut, touching your vocal cords, your heart, your lungs, your digestive system, and even the muscles in your throat and face. Rub your eye, it's hitting the vagus nerve. It's the command center for your parasympathetic nervous system. You remember this from high school, right? That's your rest and digest mode. And when it's activated, your body calms down, your heart rate slows, your breathing deepens, your gut settles, and your voice tone shifts. You sound more confident and grounded. It's the difference between freezing in fear or owning the room, snapping at a coworker or pausing like a pro, power strutting into a date or hiding behind the dessert menu. And here's the plot twist. You can activate the vagus nerve on demand. In short, the vagus nerve is the biological gateway to presence and power. Hum your way to calm. That's right. Humming is one of the fastest ways to stimulate your vagus nerve. It vibrates the muscles in your throat and chest, which sends a signal to your body that you're safe. And safety is where clarity, confidence, and connection all live. This is why moms do this with babies who are crying. Think about this movie moment. In The Wolf of Wall Street, Matthew McConaughey, remember this? And he's thumping on his chest. Yeah, like it's a bro ritual. This was a biological reset. He did this naturally, and then they added this to the movie. This is affecting his nervous system. And when Leo then copies him, that affects his nervous system, and now both of them are in action calm mode.
Name of the game. How kitty? Thank you. Come on. See how we roll. How the money comes in, the parade comes to town. Going down Broadway is a one-way street, whichever way.
More pop culture moments. Ted Lasso. Before games, Ted uses humor and breath control. Vagus nerve in action. And he grounds the team by grounding himself. Grey's Anatomy, Meredith, uses humming under stress. Yeah, that little repetitive hum she does in earlier seasons, it's coping and activating that vagus system. Then there's The Office, Michael Scott's bizarre behaviors. Yeah, half of them do backfire, but the ones that actually calm him down, like singing in the car, are subconscious self-regulation.
Breakups hurt.
We didn't break up.
Look like it. Sometimes when I'm down like this, it helps to sing the blues.
Okay.
Na 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 no no check it out. Look. The na 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 na. When I do that,
Okay.
that's when you hear me when it's getting you down.
All right.
Na 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 na.
Da-na-na-na-na.
Na 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 na.
Da-na-na-na-na.
No, wait, you down, no. Yeah, na-na-na-na-na. Yeah, na-na-na-na-na.
Let me tell you about my dating ritual. From boss mode to feminine flow. Okay, this is some real talk here. I got divorced in 2020. And since then, I've slowly, occasionally re-entered the dating world. My Boston accent just came out there, re-entered. And most people think I'm an extrovert, but I'm an extrovert introvert. So I'm a combination. And in business, I have no problem leading. I coach, I teach. I take the mic and I run the room. I like it. Go back to my stand-up comedy days in my 20s. But when I go on a date, I don't want to run into the restaurant like I'm on a timeline or I'm on the stage. I want to soften. I want to be present. I want to receive. I want to be connected to my feminine energy. So here's what I do. I keep a tiny bottle of mouthwash in my car. Stay with me. Not just for fresh breath, but to gargle. Here's why. Gargling activates the vagus nerve, just like humming does. It calms your nervous system by stimulating the muscles in your throat, the same muscles connected to your voice and your breath. So I'll sit in the car before a date. I do a little gargle, maybe hum a line of a song or two. I like Etta James. I don't know if you know her. I'm really feeling her lately. And if I'm really bold, some Eminem. And that resets my nervous system. I go from boss lady Janine Driver, that kind of energy, to present feminine energy. And I walk in feeling more me and not performing me. I know it might sound kind of silly, but does it work? Yeah, it does. Every single time. The humming game. This is my mom hack mastery. Here's my trick. I use this with my boys, Angus, Charlie, and Jack, 19, 11, and 10. When they're nervous, which I can sense a mile away, and if you're a parent, you know, when your kids are nervous, I don't lecture, I don't coach, I play this game. I hum a song and I say, guess what song this is? Dun dun and they lean in, they play, they laugh, and they start humming back. They're like,
Mom, you always start with Jaws.
They don't even realize when they start doing it back, they're slowing their breathing, stimulating their vagus nerve, regulating their nervous system in real time. I know it's a little sneaky. I like to say clever. It's science. And guess what? It's working. And when they hop out of the car for school or that job interview, that nerve-wracking moment, I smile and I whisper to myself with a hum and a grin, not a bad job here today, Mom, taking care of those 3 little hearts and souls. From keynote stage to real world sales win. After one of my keynote talks for a group of sales leaders, I often speak to sales, law enforcement too, anyone, humans connecting with humans. But I got an email from the regional VP. It said, quote,
Janine, I had a big client who was furious and I was dreading the call. Then I remembered what you said. I ducked into the bathroom, I gargled and hummed an Eminem song, Lose Yourself. I felt calmer, steadier. Then I used another tip you gave us, assigning a positive trait to the person. I told myself, she's understanding. And I walked into that call with complete different energy than what I walked into the restroom with. And guess what? It worked. She stayed with our company. I saved the account.
This stuff, listen, is not fluff. It sounds it kinda, but it's a brain body hack. The hostage negotiator trick without the hostages. Before tough conversations, I use this trick from hostage negotiators. You can assign the person you're going to go talk with or meet with a trait you want them to have. But you can do this in your head. I do it with the person when I get there. Oh, I've heard great things about you. I heard you're really this or that. And then I give an example. But guess what? Even before you go in, you don't have to assign them the trait if you don't want. You can assign it in your head before a meeting, a date, or orientation at college.
This person's open to collaboration. They're calm and curious. They want to connect with me.
This reminds me of a story. There were a bunch of church fires here. I live in Alexandria, Virginia. Back in 2005-ish, there were all these church fires in this area in DC, Virginia, Maryland, going further south, and people wanted to find out who it was. They brought in a suspect, and one of my bosses, Teresa Stoop, who's incredible, I can't wait till she writes a book one day. Teresa Stoop was the boss. She was, I think, the resident advisor in charge. We call it a RAC. She is talking to the 2 ATF agents, Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms, that are going to interview this guy. And the agents are a little bit nervous. Local police do lots and lots of interviews all the time, every day, but federal agents, not every day. Teresa pulled the 2 special agents aside and said, listen,
this guy is dying for you to be their friend. He wants friends, and you're going to go in and be his friend. He's dying to talk. He wants to share this information with someone. He's been keeping this a secret for so long that he wants to get this off his chest, and he's going to tell it to you.
Well, guess what? They not only go in with a change in their mindset, their body language, their tone, their pitch, their vagus nerve has been activated, and they go in with confidence and they get the guy to confess to everything. He started fires in car fires, and then he worked up from there, and it's connected to a lot of sexuality, and I'm not going to go into all the details there, but the moral of the story is Teresa Stoop assigned traits to their suspect and gave those traits to the two special agents doing the interview. They went in with a different mindset. Their vagus nerve got to relax, and then as a result, were able to create this rapport and trust and get the truth from this guy. Now, it'd be one thing if it was just arsons, but in one of the fires, an elderly woman was killed. So he was up for murder. This was a big deal. How are you activating your own vagus nerve or helping other people do it? This shifts the mindset. It softens our tone and it changes the entire dynamic. Try it now. Let's hum together. Just play with me if you're watching me on YouTube or listening on your favorite podcast channel. Let's practice it together. Take a slow breath in and hold. Now exhale, nice and easy. Now let's hum a couple lines together. Ready? Let's do happy birthday. Sidebar, Teresa Stoop's daughter, who probably now is in like her 20s or 30s, I don't know. She was little and she said, she was coloring Winnie the Pooh, and I went, Winnie the Pooh, Winnie the Pooh. She goes, you don't know how to sing, do you? I was like, yeah. Thankfully, I know how to hum. Did you hum the song, Happy Birthday? Did you feel the vibration in your throat and your chest and your lips? Now, guess what? Your body language has softened a little bit. And you might even take deeper breaths. Your vagus nerve is saying, I got you. More vagus nerve power moves. Your Calm on Command toolkit. You want to steal my cheat codes? Here's a vagus nerve survival kit for the boardroom and the bar. 1, humming. Sing in the car, hum before your presentation, or do it mid-Zoom. Put it on pause first or a mute. Gargling. Pre-date or pre-family dinner with your ex's cousins. Cold splash. You can splash water on your face when you wake up in the morning before you take that call. You're basically becoming a Navy SEAL. 4-7-8 breathing. Breathe in for 4, hold for 7, out for 8. This will also activate that vagus nerve. Laughter, real belly laughs. Watch a ridiculous clip. Call your funniest friend or rewatch The Office. Dwight Schrute, yeah, he's a nervous system neutralizer. Why business leaders should care. This isn't just a cute wellness tip. This is about performance. In business, your vagus nerve impacts your tone of voice. Are you commanding or cracking? Your decision making, are you clear-headed or cortisol fueled? Your emotional regulation, especially in tough conversations, negotiations, or where someone eats your lunch from the office refrigerator again. You don't need another productivity hack. You need nervous system resilience. And humming might just outperform your third espresso. All right, let's wrap this up. Are you your own calm? Here's what I want you to remember. You don't have to white knuckle your way through high stakes moments, even if you're not investigating a potential murderer. Whether it's a sales call or a parenting morning, getting your kids off, or a first date, the secret here is not emotional support animal named Carl. It's hum, gargle, breathe, reframe. These are the moments to do what I call brag. The H is silent. It's B-R-G-H. B, breathe. R, reframe. G, gargle. H, hum. Your power doesn't live in being loud. It lives in being regulated. So yeah, I keep mouthwash in my glove box. I play humming games with my kids, and I teach Fortune 500 executives to sing under their breath like it's the key to the universe. Because guess what? Sometimes the strongest move is the softest sound. Power doesn't always look like dominance. Sometimes it hums. The next time you're about to speak in front of 100 executives or 14,000 like I did last month in Orlando, or go on a date like I did a couple days ago, or your boss is calling you into some company gala, hum or gargle or breathe and smile. Your nervous system will carry you further than any pitch ever could. And if all else fails, keep a tiny bottle of mouthwash in your purse or your glove box, because you never know when minty calm might be the edge you need. Sometimes the strongest move is the safest sound. Hey, be sure to like this episode and follow me here in the driver's seat with Janine Driver if you're not already following me. And send this to your friends, family, coworkers that stress out a little bit. They get a little too stressy. And these are simple hacks that anyone can do. You don't have to be the person going in to interview the person who's lighting churches on fire that killed an elderly lady. Bye now.
Thanks for tuning in to In the Driver's Seat with Janine Driver. Use these insights to make your life easier and relationships stronger. Remember, you matter and belong, and you're not alone on this journey. Until next time, keep driving forward. Bye now.